Right, we'll start with our bands wrapped around the feet, and our possibility is, because this is a back muscle, if you have two bands, you can even use that. But you're going to wrap the band around your feet, or the bands, and you can cross them like an X. Bend both elbows, and you're going to exhale and pull, and exhale and pull. This is biceps and back of the shoulder and lats. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Now put your elbows really close to your side and open up your forearms. So you have external rotation. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. Now open up your arms, and this is kind of like a reverse. This is a reverse fly. Rear shoulders. Exhale. Your neck is soft. Your arms have this softness about them. 10. Good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now uncross them and put them, I like to lead a little bit more with the pinky and pull the arms beside you, but your fingers don't hit the floor, so you're just wide enough that your hands aren't hitting the floor. Exhale, pull, pull, pull. That's it. Rear shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to use our abdominals to lean back. Bend both elbows. You're going to feel your arms, your biceps. Exhale. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now come up, and this is an X. So imagine you're making this broad X. One arm goes a little high and one arm goes a little lower than parallel to the floor. Your back shoulder's still working. You can exhale. I like anything to do with the back body because it gets neglected in most of our daily tasks. And this also helps with posture and shoulder health so much. Neck is soft. If you're not sure, just kind of wiggle out your neck. That always will true it up. Make sure you're not holding any tension there. 4, jaw is soft. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to release that for a moment. Take a break. You can take, it's kind of like just releasing any tension. Take your feet together. Take a few butterfly flaps, like your legs are butterflies and you're just getting some blood flow in the hips. And then exhale and lean forward. Now we're going to stretch that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come up when you're ready. Now you can sit any way you want to. We're going to take a overhead tricep press. So take your hand on the band. You could sit on the foam roller as well if you want. Take one hand back. We're going to push up with your elbow lengthening. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now take this hand, one arm goes back, we're going to push up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Really good. Now the hands are going to go palm up beside and in slightly in front of your ribs. We're going to do a little out and in here. So push out and then go narrow. So exhale wider and then narrow. And wider and narrow. And wider and narrow. And exhale. Good. And 6. And 6. And 7. And 7. And 8. And 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. Now we're going to use the band as a stretching tool. So take your arms like a Y or a T behind you. Breathe. 2. Feels so good. Now we're going to make it dynamic, so you can adjust your hands if you need to, but you're going to make, the arms are going to be pretty straight here. And they go forward. Inhale up. And back. And forward. Good. And if there's a tight spot, you just pull your arms wider at that tight spot. That way you don't have to contort your body. And one more place to find a stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let that down. Nice. And then just take your hands and massage the wrist a little. And then massage the wrist a little the other way. And we're on the ground, so we're going to do a chest press with the weights, and it's going to look like this, but lying. So a heavier weight's going to probably be good for you. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. You're going to take one in each hand. But just remember, there's an easy remedy. If you don't feel challenged at the end of the 20 reps, just do more reps. If you feel too challenged, just do fewer reps. When you're lying down, your feet are going to be on the floor. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. And ribs are down. There you go. All right, Michelle, here we go. We're going to push up. You're in the one end on each weight hits at the top. And bend elbows out. Good. Exhale 3 and bend elbows out. And exhale 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now leave that down and stretch your arms long, stretch your legs down. Take a full body stretch and even shift through your arms and your legs. And we're going to come back to a fly, which you could use the same weight or slightly less, but you're going to take a hug. It's like you've got a tree in front of you and you're hugging it. both ends touch. Yep, there you go. And then open up. Now exhale, push. Make sure your hands don't hit the floor on this. Up, open. That's it, Betty. That's it, Michelle. Good. Inhale and exhale. Imagine there's a tree that you're hugging, so your arms stay circular. Exhale as you push. Now check your ribs. Are they down on the mat? Your feet being on the floor helps with that. 10, 9, 8, 7. It's easy to get lordotic here if you're trying, so if you're trying really hard, so keep your ribs touching the floor so your low back doesn't get too swayed. Take 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take a full body stretch. Stretch your arms and your legs. And then use your abdominals to come up and sit any way that's comfortable. And take a sip if you need. We're going to do a bicep curl, probably 5 pound weights, 6 pound weights, maybe 7, 8. You're going to bend both elbows and lower, but make sure you're controlling the lower as opposed to gravity. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9. I like that. Grip, Michelle. 10. So you just want to find what grip works for you. 11. 12. 13. 14. All right, if you can, do 5 more. If you're tired, just shake it out. But you could do up to 5 more. Exhale. And lower. All right, we're going to let that down. The fingers are going to interlace behind you and lift up. 5, 4. Yep, 3, 2. And then let the hands open up to the side. Arm stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And we'll just take a little sway. 5, 4, just a release of tension. 3, 2, and then 1. And we're going to mix it up a little bit. So grab your foam roller. We're going to do some swans. And you're going to have the belly down on the mat. And swan is strengthening on the back. Belly down. Arms wide. Strengthening the back. Also just changing up the body position so nothing gets overly fatigued or stiff. Let your elbows go long and go up with your inhale. And then lower. Inhale. And then lower. And up. And lower. And inhale. And lower. And 5, and lower, and 6, 7, 8, 9. Now stay up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower. We're going to do 2 more sets of 10. Inhale, come up. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. We're going to do 1 more. Inhale, come up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower, and take a child pose when you're ready. Press your hips back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And then come up to a comfortable seated position. We're going to do a tricep press behind our back. You can take one heavier weight or two smaller weights. So for example, you could take an 8-pound, for example, or 2 4s. And then this is just an example that you can, see what works. 1, and then bend, just make sure you're aware of where your head is. 2, and inhale. And exhale. 3, nice. 4, I love how you're sitting on the roller as well. 5, exhale with that hard part. 6, neck is still free of tension though. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now the bonus is 5 more. If you're tired, come out. 16 if you want to keep going. 17, 18, 19, 20. Now let that down. And we'll do some rolls, so shoulder rolls. Nice. Pat yourself on the back. Let your other arm help. You can even lean away from that arm. And then pat yourself on the back and lean away. All right, let that down. And then we're going to take a foam roller abdominal. So we're just mixing up our positions. Let your foam roller come on the far end of your mat. Let your elbows go on the floor. We're going to extend our knees, they're long, toes towards each other. Bend your knees and then straighten. Bend your knees and then straighten. Bend and straighten. Good. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're going to come out of that and then have a seat, and I'll do it like you are, Betty. That just gives you a little room. You can take a couple of smaller weights. This is going to be a deltoid raise. It looks like this, a lateral raise. So a couple of smaller weights because our levers are really long. We're going to go, make sure you're clear. Exhale. So we're opening up wide, but we're also maybe even slightly ahead of the plane of our body. 3, 4, 5, and this one there's no neck use. 6, and you're going to about parallel to the floor. 7, if there's any sensitivity in your shoulders, you can go up a little shy of that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, good, releasing tension. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now the arms are going to let go of the weight. Take one hand across the body and let the other hand help, and then roll out that wrist and then go the other way. Cross that arm, roll out your wrist, and go the other way. Nice. All right, we're gonna let the weights out of the way. We're gonna go back to the foam roller and take our forearms down. This is gonna be an inchworm corner to corner. This is a little bit more obliques. When your forearms are down, your toes are facing each other with a long plank position. Bend your knees to the elbow, left elbow, go plank straight, bend your knees to the right elbow, plank straight, bend your knees towards the left elbow, straighten them, bend the knees towards the right elbow. Just readjust anytime you need it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then come in and rest for a moment. You can do a child pose. And then come back to either your foam roller to sit or another comfortable sitting position. This is going to be a lighter weight. I'll show you the move. It's an overhead press. Now, so that's why it's a lighter weight, because it's overhead. So take your 2 smaller weights. Now exhale. You still want to have some ab tone, and slowly lower. The weights are slightly ahead of me. Exhale, and it's kind of like they fit in the shelf right here. 3, your elbows do go long. 4, but your neck is not tense. 5, I gotta go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now that could be it, but if you can do up to 5 more, go for it. So this is 16, building endurance, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then lower that down. And then take your hands and just roll out the wrist. And roll out the wrist the other way. Push your fingers forward and round out your back. Inhale. Then go up. Over. Should feel so good. Inhale. Up and over. Nice. And then let that go. Now you can take your roller out and we'll do a shoulder stretch and a chest stretch with the roller. So you'll take your hands behind you. You can even massage your back this way. And we'll go up and down. Rotation, rotation. And then find a high place for your roller. So like mine's up there on the elbow, just see what works and let it be a stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and then exhale, and then let that go. We're going to go back to the belly down, arms on the roller. This is for your back, but we're going to be taking one arm off, and it's also lat and tricep. Well, lat is your back, but it's also the extensors. So arms long. Now go up and down 3 times. This is the move that you can do if the other one gets too hard. Now this time when you go up, leave the right arm down and tap your left hand to your left hamstring. Now the left arm goes to the foam roller, the right hand taps the right hamstring. Now switch. So you see how one arm is pushing strong. One more each. Inhale and exhale. Good. Both arms on and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Nice. And then we're going to turn over and roll out that upper back. So get your feet on the floor. Take your foam roller on your back. Take your hands at your head. Lift your booty and roll out your back. You could do an extension here. You could do flexion. You could roll more right. And you could roll more left. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then when you're ready, come off. Oh, that felt great today. And then you can take a little seat on your roller. Grab a sip. I haven't cued it in a while. Grab a sip if you need it. We're going to do some front raise. Two lighter weights. Yep. And go forward. Neck is soft. Go forward. Yeah. 3. Good. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Now you can do up to 5 more here. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Now let that down. Let those weights down. Let the foam roller get out of the way. We're just going to take a little down dog, and that's going to be a little stretch for us. Widen your hands. Press yourself back. Walk it out. Ooh, calves. Stretch it out. Both heels can press. 5. 4. 3. 2. Take another inhale. And exhale. Lower back down. And we're going to take a little heavier weight, and let's just take a kneeling position if you can. You can also do this standing. And then you can take your weights like they're facing you, but it's like you're zipping up a coat or a big parka. You can do this standing if you want. I'm just going to stay low. 2, 3, good. And just let the wrist go along with your forearm. 4, so it's okay to have that little tilt. I just want your wrist to feel good. 6, the biceps and the shoulders are working. Neck is soft. 11. You got it. 12. We want strong bones. 13. And upper body especially. Everything in life is so automated that it's easy to be weak in the upper body. You have to go after it. Or the upper body will atrophy. We don't even have to roll up car windows anymore. Or open doors at grocery stores. So many things are automated. So anytime you can, just sneak in some arm work into your day. 2, 1 more. 1. Now we're going to let that down, and I'm going to give us a stretch. Palm forward and then pull down. Palm forward, pull down. Pull down. And pull down. Nice. Good job. And we're going to come down and do a little forearm plank with our foam roller so that we're working our abs. These abdominals with the foam roller also work your upper body. But we're going to take our shins on the foam roller. Your elbows are down. Your toes point towards each other, and you're going to do a pike. So basically you're like an upside down V. So lift your hips with the knees long. 1, and then go back to plank. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now take a little breather. And then when you're ready, grab a sip, and we're going to lie on our backs, and we'll do just one set of the hamstring bridges using the foam roller. So you are, one reason I like to do these bridges so frequently is because the glutes have such an easy time having amnesia with with sitting a lot. So curl up, make sure you feel the glutes, and curl down. Curl up, both hips are even, and curl down. Now we're also working on spinal mobility. There's this saying, I like this old ancient yogi saying, you're as young as your spine is strong and supple. So this is a great exercise to also decompress the disc, decompress the spine, because the pelvis is now higher. The lumbar vertebrae are finally higher than the other ones. So imagine creating space between the vertebrae when you're elevated. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're going to take our hands to our feet and stretch out, happy baby. This is a great one to add a toe stretch. So if your fingers can go between your big toe and your second toe, do that. If they can go between your pinky toe and your fifth toe, do that. Awesome. A rock is really good, Betty. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then a traditional ab crunch. So let your feet come into a table. Let your fingertips come behind your head. Let's do some rotations. We're going to rotate 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm changing up the speed. 6 on purpose. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now keep doing that, or if you want a little change, long leg, and then 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take your hands to your feet and let your knees go wider. 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale and exhale. You can take your hands behind your thighs. Inhale, and then exhale, roll up, turn over, and this is going to be a diagonal plank. This is for your abs, but also for the arms. You're going to be toes towards each other, forearms down. Now you're going to pike, but to the corner, and then come back to plank. Pike, but to the corner, and come back down to plank. Pike, 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 up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now recover. You could just take a child pose here. And then with your hands and knees, you can take a cat-cow, stretch out the back. If that doesn't serve you, you can do a down dog if you don't like to be on your knees. Inhale and exhale. inhale, and exhale. And then spread your heels back a bit so you're in a down dog. And we're going to do that down dog, up dog transition. Stretch your heels up, stretch out through your lower back, middle back, upper back, and then do an up dog. Should feel so good. And then curl the chin, push through your upper back, middle back, lower back, heels down. Lift up your heels, roll through the spine. Exhale, tuck, heels back. One more time, go up heels, lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and heels press. Hold 5 in the down dog. 4, y'all look great. 3, 2, inhale, and exhale. Child pose, rest your hips back. And then when you're ready, we're going to offer a few things. One is you could do wall push-ups. The second is you could do another set of chest presses with the weights. The third is you could be on the floor either with all fours or kind of back on your knees. So your choice, but let's take up to 15, just controlled and slow. So you're feeling the triceps, you're feeling the abs, you're feeling the chest. And after the 5th one, release. You can, like it, Michelle, just sort of like shake. I'll show you the other one you were going to do. We'll do a few here. Is just interlace the fingers. And the other one you were going to do, or you started doing, was this one. And if you want, just grab your other hand to it. Cow face. And then cow face. Sometimes one side's a little tighter. 10. Big inhales. Inhale. And then exhale. Now we're going to use our foam roller. I'm going to move this a little bit. Use your foam roller. This is going to feel good, or not feel good, but feel necessary. So if you need to sip, grab a sip. We're going to roll at our lap. This is really important for posture, for healthy shoulders, and for the back. If you are sideways, your hand can help protect your neck. That way you don't have to hold it up. And then you roll out that twisted lat on the back of the shoulder, armpit. And you can also, like right now, I can feel that my shoulder's a little tight, so I can roll that out. You might feel your tricep with the back of the arm has some spots. Make sure to get the lat for sure where it twists on the back of the armpit. And this muscle, the lat, attaches at the sacrum and the back here, the ilium, so it really affects if you have low back pain. So this will feel really good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to pop up for a minute, and before you take the other side, just do an experiment. How's that side feel? How's that breath feel? And then switch it. Cool, huh? Yeah. So we're just noticing. Now let's stretch out, or sorry, foam release that side that needs it. So we switch it up, foam release on the back of the armpit. Roll back. You can sometimes get the shoulder. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to come down forearms. Now you're on your forearms and you're going to roll the quads. And if you have tight knees, feeling stiff, this can help. You're also using some ab muscles and some shoulder muscles. Now, to change it up, what you can do is toe out like your Charlie Chaplin. And just see how that feels if you have tightness there. There's not a wrong way. I'm just going to offer some different ways to get different angles and fibers. Ooh. You can also toe in. You can also bend the knees. You can cross the ankles. You can open the ankles to the side, so you can do anything. Try to make sure the low back doesn't drop or sag. Go near the kneecap, but not on the kneecap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then gently come off. And let's hit the IT just a little, so your elbow or forearm is down on the side on the mat. And you're going to take the foam roller underneath the bottom leg. Your top foot is on the floor to help you take some weight off. You got it. How's that? If you feel like your hips have been tight or your knees have been tight, and this is a really good one, but it's not just about the tight joint, it's to keep the muscle healthy and pliant. If you think about a gazelle running or wild animals running and how they look springy and elastic and they don't look like a tin soldier, this is one thing that we're helping to do. Hyaluronic acid is improved with this foam roller. Massage as well, it's kind of like a self-massage. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's take it to the other. A foam rolling out your IT. Elbow down. Foot down. Oh, so good. You're not rolling out the knee itself, but you're rolling out the side of the leg. If you roll back a little, like you're trying to look at the sky, you get that lateral hamstring. If you roll down, like you're trying to look at the floor, you get that lateral quad. If you get closer to your hip, you get that TFL muscle, that tensor fascia lata, like where your front pocket is. It's often tight. Again, you're not rolling out the knee itself, but you're rolling out the muscles near it. Now, in the fascia near it, you can lift up your other foot if it's really easy for you and you need more intensity. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, inhale, and exhale. And let's see, let's take just a few moments on the hips. You can sit on that roller, take your ankle on top like that figure 4 stretch. Roll out that hip. 10, 9, and this is really good if you've had some hip tightness. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then let's take the other ankle or thigh. One hip is tighter. Sometimes you find out only when you start rolling it. So I just found out my left hip was a little tighter. I did not know that today. So I like that because you get ahead of any pain manifestation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm going to have you rest any way you want. My offer is that you rest on your foam roller, that you lie on one end with your sacrum and one end with your head, and your arms are like a T. Now a neat trick you can do here is take an inner thigh release by opening the knees like a butterfly, but only if it's comfortable. Just take a big sigh or a big yawn. This is sort of like a fast track to your parasympathetic response. Now just inhale, feeling a sense of appreciation to all of the body parts that we worked for all that they did. It's pretty amazing to think about what the body can do and all the things it does without our conscious effort, and then all the things it does with our conscious effort. A sense of gratuity, a sense of being grateful, appreciation. It's as if your breath is sending a thank you to each part of your body. Now notice how you could be relaxed here, but we just strengthen the muscles so they're strong. So you're strong and calm. Now when you're ready, waken the fingers and the toes, come up towards the seated position, and lift up through your spine. And we'll take a moment to put a hand on the heart and the other hand covers it. And we'll set an intention of strong and calm as our energy for the next couple hours. It can be a quiet strength. It's just a knowing. Just calm and strong. Whenever you're ready, you can come back into the room. And may you have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you guys feel great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Happy Tuesday.